So for the fries, you want to mix a yellow with a slight like off brown color, just so you can get like the color that you would use for a bread, just a very mild tone that you can put pastels on top of. So you want to mold that together until you get the color that you like, just a very, very pale yellow. Then after that, you want to flatten it out and cut it into two sections, just so it's easier to cut with. And then you just proceed to cut small little pieces off. And you can cut those in half again, and just want to make sure that they don't look uniform, that they look like they've just been scooped up and put into a fry basket. Yeah, just make sure that they don't look all the same and lay them just very natural into the basket. So now you want to begin drawing the fry basket, fry box, whatever you want to call it. I do this by just lightly sketching on a piece of white construction paper the basic outline of the fry basket, and you want to have it so you can fold up the edges. I didn't actually measure, I just kind of eyeballed if you deconstruct one of those boxes what they would look like. After that, I just lighten it up a little bit so you can't see the lines when you're cutting it out, and proceed to cut out along my sketch. And after that, I just trim up the rough edges, and then I fold it and tape down the sides of it so they stick together when you put your fries in. After you're done putting your box together, if you want to take a fine tip red Sharpie and draw the lines on the side of the box, In-N-Out box has those, and tiny little palm trees just to get an effect of it. So you've done that. Once you've done that, you put the fries inside of the fry basket, and if there's a couple of spots that need to be filled, just cut up a couple extra from your fry color, the clay that you have, and place it in there. You want to keep that size because when you're done baking it, you want to glue it into the basket, so make sure it stays like that when you bake it. Once you've gotten the shape that you want, you just want to go ahead and take golden brown, yellow, light yellow, orange, just to get that toasted color, and paint that on top. Well, no, not paint, just put the pastels on top of the fries just to give that deep fried color. Once you've done that, you want to mix TLS with red pastel, and go ahead and just put that on top of the fries just to give that ketchup look on top of it. Just put as much as you want. I like to put a lot because I actually eat lots of ketchup. I can sometimes eat an entire bottle of ketchup in a week. TMI, I know. So just go ahead and put that on there, and when you bake it, it will set. Now, once the fries have finished cooking, you want to glue them into your box, and then use Mod Podge mat and cover your burger and your fries, but make sure you cook them before you put the mat on, because it will be a disaster if you bake it with it on. Now for the In-N-Out cup, you just want to take the same piece of paper and cut a rectangle shape out of it to form a cup shape, and you want to tape it down. Once you get the right shape, trim some of it if you need to, and then draw the design on it. Once you've done that, you want to tape the cup together, make sure it looks even around all the sides. And once you have done that, then you proceed to take brown scrap clay and fill up the cup, because you're not going to be able to bake the cup. So you want to fill it up all the way to the top, and then leave a little room to mix glue, black pastel, and brown paint. So you can put that inside the cup to make it look a little liquidy when it dries. And after that, I just cut up some translucent clay into the little blocks and put that on top of there so it can dry with the paint to make it look like ice, and then use a little bit of the extra paper for the straw. After that, I take just basic red clay, roll it out to about a 3 or a 4 on this pasta roller. And I put all of my items on top of it to see how they should fit. And then after that, I go ahead and cut around them to make sure that I don't leave anything out when I'm gluing them down later. This red clay is going to be obviously the tray, the red in and out tray that they use. After I've done that, I just go ahead and take something that has this like a pattern on it and roll that over. I'm using this just metal tool that I have to make a pattern. Once I've done that, I'm going to take the burger and use white and yellow tissue paper and fold that over the top of the burger to make the wrapper that it comes in. Just tape it down once you've gotten a good shape. You'll have to repeat that once you put the white one on first, and then once you're done with that, put the yellow on top of that. Make sure you have a lot of tape though, because it's hard to keep on it. And then I use a small just pin tool to make sure the paper's not sticking to the actual object, so it looks like there's some texture and some form to it. And like I said, you just do that again with the yellow tissue paper. Tape that on. It doesn't matter what the bottom really looks like because it's going to be glued down to the top of the tray. So once you have a good shape, just tape that all down. And that is what it looks like when it's done. Once you're done with that, just take a napkin, any old napkin, and cut out a small square from it, because you're going to use that to fold over and glue it down to your tray just to look like a little napkin for your food.